Hi everyone, welcome to my channel The Education Hub. Yesterday we discussed about verb, its major part main verb, auxiliary verb, and also know about main verb has divided into two parts, finite and non-finite. Finite verb is limited in number, agrees with subject, changed according to these tense, number, subject and person, while non-finite verb which is called infinitive, it is unlimited and don't change itself with the number, person and time. Let us understand with the help of some examples about the non-finite verb. I love a blooming flower. He loves a blooming flower. They love a blooming flower. In these sentences, love, loves and love used as finite verb, while blooming is used as non-finite because it does not agree with number, person of different type of subject, I, he, they. It is also called participle. Gives us meaning in a sentence हुए or कर. Now it's time to understand about the gerund. Gerund is also known as verbal noun. It is used as a subject in a sentence. Give us meaning na, ne, ni. Let us understand with the help of example. I like singing. He likes singing. They like singing. In these sentences, you are seeing that like, likes, like are used as finite verb because it agrees with the subject I, he and they, and singing is used as gerund because it does not change and agreed with the number, with the person and tense like participle. Let us understand about infinitive with the help of examples. I want to learn English. She wants to learn English. They want to learn English. In these sentences, you are seeing that want, wants and want is used as finite verb because it agrees with I, she and they. But here, to learn is used as non-finite verb because it don't agree with number, person of different subjects, I, she, they. Infinitive takes always full verb with itself. Hence, we can say that in non-finite verb has three parts: infinitive, participle and gerund. Infinitive. In infinitive, full verb is used. In participle, we use ing form of the verb, and in gerund, we use verbal noun as a subject in a sentence. Let us understand about the finite verb, which is the second part of main verb. Main verb, finite verb has divided into two parts, transitive and intransitive. Transitive means passing over. Transitive requires to complete its meaning object. Object has divided also in two parts, direct object and indirect object. Direct object refers about things, pen, book, and indirect object refers about person, him or me. Let us understand with the help of example about the transitive verb. He sang a song. Rani wrote a letter. Chiku likes sweet. As you know that answer of what is called direct object and answer of whom is called indirect object. On the basis of example, we can say that transitive verb that denotes an action which passes over from doer or subject to an object. Generally, direct object comes after indirect object in a sentence. If indirect object used after direct object, we will use to or for preposition before indirect object. Let us understand about it with the help of examples. The teacher taught us grammar. The teacher taught grammar to us. In sentence number 1, you will see the teacher taught us grammar. Here, us, which is indirect object, came before direct object grammar. But in the second sentence, the teacher taught grammar to us. Here, preposition to is used before indirect object because in this sentence, direct object came before indirect object. Let us know about intransitive verb. Intransitive verb does not require any object to complete itself. Its meaning not passing over. See examples: Guddu laughs, dogs bark, birds fly. On the basis of examples and meaning of transitive verb, we can say that intransitive verb that denotes an action which does not pass over to an object or that does not require any object. According to meaning of transitive and intransitive verb, it is divided into two parts in modern English grammar: stative and dynamic verb. Stative verb is fixed, refers to certain state or steady condition and permanent activity. These types of verb cannot be changed into progressive. See examples. We see with our eyes. I believe in God. Radha loves Krishna. On the basis of example, we can say that the verbs which denote permanent activities, a certain state or steady condition in the person or things mentioned in the subject are called stative verbs. Stative verb is not used in temporary or momentary or transitional, but it is used for sometimes temporary, momentary and transitional sentences. Let us know about dynamic verb. Dynamic, it's mean progressive. See examples. Ruby writes a letter. He is reading a novel. Our soldiers are fighting bravely. Dynamic verbs are changeable. This type of verb is always in action. These types of verb are used for transitional and it can be changed according to meaning. Dear friends, now we will know about the uses of stative verb. Some verbs are like see, hear, smell, taste, feel, used to express an action with the help of perception. See some examples. We smell with our nose. We taste with our tongue. I feel that music is essential in life. Verb of perception is used in progressive tense on that time these verbs denoted about to temporary action. Like he is tasting sweet. The magistrate is hearing my case. On the basis of these examples, we can say it verb of perception. Because with the help of verb of perception, we can know about the knowledge or experience. So can say that it is automatic action. It is used to express action. Second thing is some verbs which are used to express permanent mental states or activities. These verbs are agree, know, understand, believe, forget, consider, remember, doubt, differ, recognize, think, etc. See some example related to it. I believe in God. I think he is meritorious. He knows English. He agrees with me. These verbs are permanent mental states activity. These types of verb cannot be used in progressive tense because it is used as fixed or mental states. Let us understand. I am knowing English. I am believing in God. These sentences are wrong. Always say, I know English or I believe in God. Third point is love, hate, hope, like, dislike, want, wish, desire are used to express emotions. Example, Sita loves Ram. I hate a dishonest person. He dislikes spicy food. On the basis of this is called emotional state. At last, static states. Some verbs are given here: seem, live, appear, resemble, own, remain, have, possess, deserve, contain, consist of, belong to are used to express a steady condition. These cannot be used in progressive tense. Now let us know about the uses of dynamic verb. Dynamic verb is used for temporary activities. Madhu is talking to Rajni. Rahul is living in Udaipur. Second uses of dynamic verb is body sensation. Neelam's teeth are aching. My heart is fluttering. This use is related to feeling. Third use of dynamic verb, momentary activities. It is drizzling. The sun is rising. At last, deliberate activity, voluntary activity. The doctor is feeling his pulse. Bittu is having a computer. She is smelling a rose. Point to be remembered: when a stative verb is used in progressive tense, it becomes dynamic and tells about temporary activities. See, we hear with our ears. It is permanent stative, but they are hearing me. It is temporary dynamic. Lippy has a car. It is the example of permanent stative, but Lippy is having car. This sentence is indicating temporary dynamic. That's all about today. We will come soon with next video which will be based on it. If you have any doubts, any questions or suggestions, so please write in the comment section. And also you like this video, subscribe my channel, do share video so other can learn, and hit the bell icon to getting regular update related to the course. Don't forget to mention your feedback because your opinion will help me to encourage. Thanks for watching.